power is not something that can be handed to you by the world or discovered through the validation of others. It is something that already resides deep within you, waiting patiently for the moment you choose to acknowledge it. Many people spend their lives searching for strength in external achievements, recognition, or material possessions, believing that once they gain them, they will finally feel powerful. But true power is not born from external circumstances. It flows from an inner source that never fades, even when life's storms attempt to break you down. To unlock that power, you must first understand that it already exists within you, even if you have not yet learned how to access it. It lies in your choices, in your thoughts, in your ability to keep moving forward when challenges try to hold you back. The greatest tragedy is that many people never realize their own strength because they constantly compare themselves to others. They measure their worth by standards set by society, by the successes of peers, or by the expectations of family. In doing so, they forget that their true power has nothing to do with being better than anyone else. It has everything to do with being the best version of themselves. When you stop looking outward for confirmation of who you are, and instead turn inward, you will find an unshakable energy that no one can take away from you. This energy is the power of self-awareness, the power of belief, the power of persistence, and it grows every time you choose courage over fear, discipline over distraction, and growth over comfort. Power does not reveal itself in grand gestures alone. Sometimes it shows itself in the smallest acts of resilience. The decision to get up after falling, the strength to stay calm when everything around you is chaos, the willingness to forgive when your heart feels heavy with anger. These moments may seem insignificant, but together they form the foundation of inner power. And once you begin to see these small victories as proof of your strength, you start to understand that nothing outside of you truly controls your destiny. Unlocking your inner power requires silence, reflection, and trust. It is not about forcing yourself to become someone else, but about peeling away the layers of doubt, fear, and insecurity that have buried your natural strength. Just as the sun does not need permission to shine, you do not need permission to embrace the fullness of your potential. The world may not always applaud you, but your power does not depend on applause. It depends on the decision you make every day to honor the strength within you. When you finally understand that, you stop chasing power outside and start living as the embodiment of it. Self-belief is the first key to unlocking hidden strength because without it, no amount of talent, opportunity, or knowledge will ever lead you to the fullness of your potential. Belief is the foundation upon which all action stands, and when it is weak, even the strongest structures collapse. Many people carry extraordinary gifts within them, yet they never express them because they do not believe they are capable or worthy enough to do so. They wait for someone else to validate them, to tell them they are ready, but the truth is, no external validation can ever replace the internal conviction that you are enough. The moment you begin to believe in yourself, the doors that once seemed locked will begin to open, because belief has a way of turning obstacles into stepping stones. Belief does not mean arrogance. It means trust in your ability to learn, to grow, and to adapt. It means knowing that even if you do not have all the answers right now, you have the capacity to find them. It is the quiet voice inside that whispers, "You can," even when the world screams, "You can't." This voice is not always loud, but when you choose to listen to it, you gain the strength to take the first step. And the first step is always the most important. With every action fueled by belief, confidence grows, and with confidence, the courage to face even greater challenges begins to take root. When self-belief is absent, fear takes control. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown become chains that bind your potential. You may hesitate, delay, or give up before you even begin because deep down you doubt your ability to succeed. This is why building belief in yourself is not optional, it is essential. Every successful journey in life begins with someone who dared to believe in themselves when no one else did. Great athletes, leaders, and visionaries all share this common trait, the refusal to let doubt silence their inner voice of possibility. Belief is strengthened through practice, much like a muscle. You cannot simply tell yourself once that you believe and expect it to last forever. You must remind yourself daily through affirmations, through action, and through perseverance. Each time you honor your commitment to yourself, no matter how small, you reinforce the truth that you are capable. When you keep promises to yourself, your belief grows stronger, and eventually it becomes unshakable. With unshakable belief, even failure loses its power over you because you begin to see failure not as proof of weakness, but as evidence that you are still moving, still learning, still trying. The beauty of self-belief is that once it takes root, it begins to inspire others as well. People are naturally drawn to those who trust themselves because that energy is contagious. Your belief gives others permission to believe in themselves too. And so, by unlocking this first key, you not only free your own hidden strength, but also spark the strength of those around you. Discipline transforms potential into unstoppable force because potential alone is never enough to carry anyone toward greatness. Every person has dreams, talents, and ideas that could change their life. But without the consistency and structure of discipline, those dreams remain only in the imagination. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be, the unseen force that keeps you moving forward when motivation fades. Motivation can ignite the fire, but it burns out quickly if not sustained by discipline. Discipline is not about being perfect. It is about showing up repeatedly, even on the days when you feel tired, uninspired, or uncertain. Potential is like a seed buried in the soil, but discipline is the daily watering, the careful nurturing, the patience to wait through seasons until that seed grows strong enough to break through the earth. Without discipline, the seed will remain hidden, and the promise of growth will never be realized. In life, many people give up not because they lack talent, but because they lack the discipline to stay consistent long enough to see results. Discipline requires sacrifice, focus, and a willingness to endure discomfort. It is about choosing long-term gain over short-term pleasure, understanding that the path to strength is often paved with challenges that test your resolve. True discipline does not depend on feelings, because feelings change with circumstances. Discipline is built on commitment, the decision to keep going regardless of how you feel in the moment. When you wake up early to work on your goals, when you study even though distractions call your name, when you train your body even though your muscles ache, you are building an unstoppable force within yourself. Each disciplined choice is like a brick, and over time, these bricks build an unbreakable foundation that supports the life you desire. Discipline also teaches respect for your time, your goals, and your own potential. It forces you to become intentional with your energy, guiding it toward actions that serve your growth rather than wasting it on distractions that offer nothing in return. With discipline, even small, repeated actions begin to compound into extraordinary results. Just as drops of water carve valleys into stone, disciplined effort carves strength and resilience into your character. Eventually, you begin to see that discipline is not a restriction, but a form of freedom, because it gives you control over your destiny instead of leaving you at the mercy of fleeting desires. The transformation happens when you realize that discipline is not punishment, it is empowerment. It is the reminder that you are in charge of your choices, and through those choices you shape your future. When potential is paired with discipline, you become unstoppable, because nothing can shake the momentum you have built. Challenges may come, but your discipline ensures you will not only face them but rise above them. Obstacles are not barriers, they are doors to greater power, because every challenge you face in life holds within it the opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Many people look at obstacles as roadblocks, something designed to stop them from reaching their goals, but in truth, obstacles are teachers in disguise. They test your determination, they question your commitment, and they demand that you rise to a higher level of strength. Without obstacles, growth would be impossible, because growth never comes from comfort. It comes from the moments when you are pushed beyond what you thought you could handle. When an obstacle appears, it is natural to feel frustrated or discouraged, but it is in these very moments that your true power begins to reveal itself. The mountain in front of you is not there to block your path. It is there to show you how high you can climb. Each struggle forces you to dig deeper within yourself to discover abilities you didn't know you had. Think about every breakthrough you have ever had in your life. It always came after a challenge. Without the obstacle, there would have been no reason to summon that hidden strength, no reason to unlock that deeper part of yourself. Obstacles also sharpen your character. They teach patience when progress feels slow. They teach creativity when the usual path is blocked, and they teach resilience when failure tries to knock you down. Every setback becomes a lesson, every delay becomes preparation, and every difficulty becomes the ground on which your future strength is built. If life were smooth and easy, you would never learn what you are truly capable of. But because obstacles exist, you are given endless opportunities to transform weakness into power. It is important to remember that the way you view obstacles matters more than the obstacles themselves. Two people can face the same challenge. One sees it as the end, the other sees it as a chance to rise. The person who sees the obstacle as a doorway discovers strength and possibility, while the one who sees it as a barrier remains stuck. This shift in perspective changes everything. Instead of asking, "Why me?" you begin to ask, "What is this teaching me?" And that question alone unlocks the wisdom hidden in the difficulty. Obstacles are also reminders that you are moving forward. A smooth path often means you are standing still, but resistance means progress. Just like muscles grow when they are pushed against resistance, your spirit grows when it faces obstacles. The more challenges you overcome, the more confidence you build, and the more unstoppable you become. Each obstacle you conquer becomes proof that you are capable of facing even greater ones. In the end, obstacles are not the enemy. They are allies disguised as difficulties. They are the doors that lead you to your greater self, to a stronger version of who you already are. And the moment you start seeing them as opportunities rather than barriers, you unlock a power within you that no obstacle can ever stop. Your energy follows your focus, and wherever your attention goes, that is where your strength flows. The human mind is like a lens. It can either scatter light in all directions or concentrate it into a powerful beam that can cut through any obstacle. When you allow your attention to drift toward negativity, distractions, or doubts, your energy drains away, leaving you feeling tired and powerless. But when you direct your focus with purpose, you harness a strength that makes even the most difficult tasks possible. The quality of your life is shaped not only by the challenges you face, but by the direction in which you aim your mind. Focus is not just about staring at a goal. It is about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions toward a chosen path. Every distraction you eliminate frees up energy that can be poured into building something meaningful. Think of how a magnifying glass can ignite fire by channeling the sun's rays onto one point. Your mind works the same way. When scattered, your energy warms nothing, but when focused, it has the power to create transformation. Success does not come to those who dabble in 100 directions. It comes to those who give consistent attention to the vision that matters most. Your focus determines the story you live. If you constantly focus on problems, you will live in a world of limitations. If you shift your focus towards solutions, opportunities begin to appear where you once saw only walls. The same situation can either drain or strengthen you depending on what you choose to concentrate on. Life is filled with noise, temptations, and endless distractions that compete for your attention. But only you have the power to decide what truly deserves your energy. Each moment is a choice, to waste it on what weakens you, or to invest it in what elevates you. Directing focus with purpose also builds resilience. When you train your mind to concentrate on your vision, temporary setbacks lose their ability to break you. Instead of being consumed by failure, you focus on the lesson it brings. Instead of being overwhelmed by challenges, you focus on the strength you are gaining through them. This mindset shift does not erase difficulty, but it transforms how you respond, and that response determines whether you rise or fall. Clarity of focus creates clarity of energy. When you know where you are going, every step you take becomes more powerful. You stop scattering your efforts in directions that do not serve you. You begin to conserve your strength for what truly matters. Over time, this focused energy builds momentum, and momentum creates breakthroughs. The greatest achievements in history, the strongest transformations in individuals, have always come from those who mastered the discipline of focus. Your power grows where your attention goes, and when you choose to direct that attention toward purpose, growth, and vision, you awaken a level of energy that makes the impossible possible. True power is unlocked when mind, body, and spirit move in harmony, because strength in only one area cannot carry you through life's challenges. A strong body without clarity of mind may crumble under confusion, and a sharp mind without emotional balance may fall apart under stress. In the same way, a connected spirit without discipline in daily life may lack direction. Real power comes when these three elements work together, when your thoughts, actions, and inner purpose are aligned. In that state, you no longer feel divided within yourself. You become whole, centered, and unshakable. The mind is where every journey begins, because your thoughts shape the reality you live in. A negative, cluttered, or doubtful mind can weaken you before you even take the first step. But when your mind is trained to focus, to believe, and to see possibility, it becomes a compass that guides your energy in the right direction. This mental clarity prevents you from being distracted by fear or doubt, and it ensures that your power flows with purpose instead of scattering. The body is the vessel through which you act, and without caring for it, even the greatest dreams remain unfulfilled. When your body is strong, energized, and disciplined, it supports your vision by giving you the stamina to persevere. Taking care of your health, training your strength, and respecting your limits while also expanding them creates a foundation that allows your inner power to be expressed in the physical world. Every act of discipline you practice with your body reinforces the discipline of your mind, and together they create momentum that is hard to break. The spirit is the deepest layer of your being, the source of meaning and direction. Without connection to spirit, life feels empty, even when success is achieved. Spirit reminds you why you are walking the path, why the struggle matters, and why your efforts must go beyond yourself. It is the place where purpose lives, where values are born, and where your true identity is anchored. When you nurture your spirit through reflection, gratitude, or connection with something greater than yourself, you awaken a strength that no external obstacle can destroy. When mind, body, and spirit are balanced, you create harmony that amplifies your power. Your mind gives direction, your body provides the strength to act, and your spirit fuels the meaning behind those actions. This alignment does not eliminate struggle, but it ensures that you approach every challenge with clarity, resilience, and purpose. You no longer feel torn between your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Instead, they all move together toward a common goal. This harmony is what makes power sustainable. Power built only on strength can fade, power built only on thought can collapse, and power built only on spirit can float without grounding. But when all three join forces, you unlock a power that is steady, balanced, and unshakable. A power that allows you not only to rise above challenges, but to live fully, with purpose and fulfillment.